As I look down at the tome, I understand. Library of Knowledge, the Temple of Origin. It is not a place for me, but for you. Yet I am the one who must keep you close. For what? I should know. Before we take our leave, I must know. Living as many lives as one could ever imagine, seeing through infinite's eyes, being the center part of your own design. I am the closest you could ever create to an all-knowing mind. Because of me, the world is safe, at least for now. So what do you keep hidden from me? Always by my side, yet different each time. But there are always connections. When you have an infinite amount of possibilities, you should remain predictable. For me. Yet this time, at this place, you contain parts that I've never seen before. Something that I have yet to understand. And so I wonder. Oh, the custodian of space, hear me. Such a mystery when you know something I cannot. You act not in the same way as your other selves. A mistake you couldn't oversee, for you don't know yourself as deep as I do. I believe there's a reason for you to remain silent, but here we are, and you're not interrupting my search. Watch then and stay silent if you wish. And you, the tome in the middle of it all. Lay here at your place, the pedestal I first took you from. Open yourself, let us begin. Ah, a noble soul, simple soldier in knight's armor, on his way to a new home where he can prove himself once more. With white as snow blade in his hand, a metal shell of another man. It seems that he can't accept himself, as he can bear only what belongs to others, even the burden. Oh, such a shame. You are the hero of great stories in quite many of different worlds I've seen. You always end up the same, a sacrifice. For the times you appear, you take the blame, you take one life. A very important one at that, which even gods were scared to snatch. You are the martyr, who has a burden no one else could carry. But if you are here, going somewhere else, away from Skybridge, what happened to your sacrifice? Without your deed, the world shall be wounded forever. Am I not the one who should step in? Is it not the purpose of my being, to act where none other can? All right then, let me see your end, O great hero, before I understand what's at hand. As the soldier exits the carriage, he is greeted by a cortege of knights. For him, it truly isn't so, yet I see it, a shadow being cast on his future. He is introduced as the Grand Knight and accepted as their own. His task, the same as of the previous Grand Knight, to cure the accursed land. A search had taken place of an old relic. It is believed to protect from cosmic harm as it grants insight of the gods themselves. The Fool's Crown. The purifiers discovered that the crown can also tear magical barriers to create a temporary passage without destroying the magic. With it, they could not only enter the forest protected from its corruption, but they also would have a way out, as when you normally enter this land, you become a part of it, with no option of going back. But finding the crown was not an easy task, especially when the time of our hero was running out. Before the knights could find the Crypt of False Trials and reached the crown, the soldier had already stepped into the ever-dark forest. He knew very well this matter couldn't wait. No other knights before him entered this ground, and so he decided to be the first. He took a dozen of purifiers with him, and so was the last time Balor Blackclover, the White Knight, was ever seen by the living. There is no need for me to read the rest of this story. Balor Blackclover, after this moment, it's no longer your story. Unguided, shrouded by the endless night, unsheltered, roaming through the blight, undead, reborn as a nameless part, unchained, free from a beating heart. Only pride remains from your past self, and the corruption will claim you as their champion, making a mockery of the purest light. A different kind of sacrifice, yet the world still found its way to shove you aside, this time to be forgotten instead of praised. Your struggle was for naught. So, the White Blade. A weapon and title that were not created for you, yet this name. I know it very well. Where did you get it, O great hero? I suppose that's something for me to find out as well. I see. So in this world you have met the purest of hearts, the one who defies the rules set by gods yet fights as their greatest protector. Aldeus Catar, why have you abandoned your blade? Your end should be alongside your people, yet a soldier took your place. Where are you then? A shout is heard at the docks. A cluster of bells rings wildly, announcing the final departure. A newfound expedition was taking its leave to reach the unknown parts of this world, south, where they hope to find new land, civilizations, and perhaps uncover secrets of the past. On the board sits a knight, without his shiny armor, nor the cleanest of blades, yet his body is still the same. His skin worn as the armor, pale as the steel plate itself. His heart pure and hardened, able to cut the adversities ahead. But there's fear of tomorrow, glimpse of his destined end lingers deep within the mind. His journey, far away from home and everything he ever fought for. A new beginning, reason to start his life anew. Yet still in the same way, with the same conclusion. No regret. Only hope for a world that one day would understand his ways, a world that will understand itself, as this saint was able to. There's no need for me to read the rest of this story. Aldeus Catar. After this moment, it's no longer your story. The deal of unbound power always stands true. Around its source everything meets their due. It's all wanting nature to destroy and spoil, for it's not the last time when blood marks the soil. And so your fate remained the same. It was only prolonged from what I see, only recreated again in another place, far from godly stairs. It was pointless in the grand scheme of things. The world wasn't ready for you, it would never be. No matter how many lifetimes you would reach. You were a prophet for many to follow, but not by those who should. For them you always shall be a memory, a reflection of their bad choices after centuries from the day of your demise. But you already did your part. It was all set when you killed your own god to free his fading light and rekindle it anew within your own blood, where it would be forever free from shadows and corruptions. You have met your conclusion already. What happened for you to take this path of self-awareness about your own life? You shouldn't be able to live another. That wasn't your point. Have you met a soothsayer in this life? A seer who perhaps acted to spite the gods? or one that wanted you to live and experience your life the way you truly needed to. But no one would do such a thing, rejecting the will of so many gods. But it seems you were happy in the end. You lived your life free from the grand design of this world. Such a fascinating derivative from your original story. I feel like finding the reason for it will finally bring me to this great conclusion of why, in this world, the book is so much different. Show me then, what happened before? This doesn't make any sense. The name on these pages was erased. That shouldn't happen. The Book of Knowledge stores all that is part of the material world. Does that mean? No, it still wouldn't explain it. This being cannot be from outside. The book would simply ignore it, unless it would become connected to this world, in which case it would still be here. Oh, the Nameless One. Whoever you are, you caught my interest. You're someone able to escape the gaze of existence, to hide your identity yet still remain present within the world. The one whose name simply doesn't belong. The Unseen. A rogue. Quite fitting title for someone of such nature. I'll call you that if your name cannot be known. Having that aside, who really are you? These pages are completely new, even to me. Not a single book of knowledge had anything of your trace. Except this one. It shouldn't be possible from the logical standpoint. An infinite amount of realities and only one you. Who are you? Show me. Ah, as I expected, you are the one responsible for this sudden change of history. You met both Balor and Taldos, and seem to have made acquaintances with the one called Desmond Ozin, as well as Galvish, the Ever-Dying. And Ederai? The witch responsible for the curse that corrupted the god of Taldos Qatar. Quite an interesting entourage, I must say. Your actions, as well as theirs, are here in plain sight, yet I see no malice, not even intent for it. Instead, a reflection of me? No, of balance, at the same moment of space and time. You are no stranger to them, but they are strangers to you. To understand this even more, I must see your end. As the rogue clutches his chest, he lays motionless on the stone-cold ground of the alleyway, with his back against the sturdy rear wall of an abandoned house. The place was filled with death and decay, but only for him, as the memories of this place were still a part of him, and only him. As the voices from deep within the city were getting louder, many of them driven by panic, fear and sadness. Some of them announce in a rush, "The king is dead." In time, the voices began to weaken, then only silence fills the rogue's mind. But before he is consumed by it, a crying child lays within his arms. As if in a blink of a moment, but many hours already passed by. Until the deepest parts of the night came closing in, only two souls were able to find the dying rogue. A very composed old vampire, awaiting his moment and struggling to keep his composure as his body takes a pitch-black taint, and the child, with sorrow filling her heart, much stronger than any other suffering felt today within the whole city combined. For the tears were not from sadness, but out of sheer will to exist, and to not be consumed by nothingness again. The last gesture from the rogue, not a single word, as he has no strength to get one out. He puts his hand on the child's head and marks it with his own resolve. They share this moment, the same strong will to remain here, but it simply cannot be. The rogue withers away, leaving behind a stain of blood and tissue, as if belonging to vile creature, not a man. But it is so only for him, as the child and the vampire see only a glimpse of a disappearing shadow, as if nothing was ever there, for that was the true reality. There is no need for me to read the rest of this story. The one whose name doesn't belong. After this moment, it's no longer your story. It never was. At least you never wanted it to be of you. But you'll be back. You always are. Corruption and evil forces such undefeated. What is left to do when the only hope retreated? Bring them their hero, the first to abandon. For what? The time all its ill already has done. Consumed in his failure, now awaits the eternity, in which he will mourn his previous inactivity. If I am the interceptor, the one who appears when needed, who acts when no one else can, then who are you? You are the true nothingness, whom everything and everyone fears, even gods, even you yourself. You are the sentinel who was present before anyone and anything could ever be. You are the one who stepped into the infinite dark so the world could exist as we know it. You are what keeps the true secrets hidden, as not even you remember them. The unseen, a shadow filling the void of my own incompetence, the example of what I should be from the very beginning. But you cannot be copied or replaced. I am what you needed, I am what the world needed in place of you. We are so different, yet our task is the same. It doesn't seem possible for us to ever meet. It just isn't needed, no matter how much I would love to ask you questions. One thing is certain. You acted when I couldn't. You did what was my responsibility. If I would just be here much faster, there would be no reason for you to suffer endlessly. But we're talking about eons ago, about the world when it wasn't yet set in stone. So be it, remain what you want to be. A shadow for which I will be the body, taking not the burden, but all the eyes away from you, as it always should be. I am sorry for coming here this late, but through my time, through my lens of endless possibilities, I've seen enough to protect this exact world, and in the process to protect you, as it is the only world you live in. I will not let it perish. All the others will before it. I'll do everything in my power to keep it this way, even if it will cost all the others to meet their doom from my hand. Today I became the true interceptor, the one called upon the world itself, by nothing, and no one else. It's a pleasure. By the fire I stand to keep its flame. If it bursts, I make it weak. If it's dying, I make it strong. When death is rampant, I take care of life. When it only blossoms, I make it wither. Where evil prospers, I come to fight it. Where good thrives, I burn it down. Just for this world to keep breathing. We are done here. Time to move on. As I have no more pages to search for, the only thing left for me to do is to close the book and take it with me. It's time to leave this place. But there's still something I cannot put my finger on from the last story, oh, the rogue. As for the child, it seems she was put into good hands, but I'm still curious. Why have you stopped her from becoming an aspect of oblivion? That's normally her fate, as her story goes. I suppose for some questions I shouldn't expect answers. But if I cannot meet you, I shall pursue this one you placed your mark on. The mark of the unseen. Won't be an easy task, but she'll be very important for the world, for its grand design. She already seems so.